Hey guys, Ekolimits here, and as promised, I'm going to show you guys around my living room and my live stream setup. Come on in. Alright, so first of all, I want to show you guys and give you just a brief overview. I'm not going to try to go into depth on all of those things. If you'd like to get my opinion in depth on each of those products, kind of just comment away. I'm going to try to help you out as best as I can, and maybe, who knows, maybe I'll make some more videos just specifically on each of the devices. But let's start off with how do I live stream? PlayStation 4 guys. I'm a PlayStation 4 live streamer. All I do is press the share button and here I am. I'm sharing my gameplay. I'm sharing myself with all of you. It's really an incredible experience and I could not be more happier with this console. PlayStation 4 is excellent. It's clearly one of my favorite consoles of my lifetime so far. You know, I love it. And what do I use to help me live stream from the PlayStation? Let's start with sound. You have to have a good sound if you're a live streamer, and I wholeheartedly recommend this microphone. It's a Blue Yeti microphone. It's the regular one, retails for about $100. What I like about it, it's a plug and play USB microphone. You just plug this in here and then into your PlayStation and you're good to go. The second thing I do with this microphone, I use its, I guess it's a auxiliary out, but it's meant for your headphones. And I bridge it straight down, straight through to an Astro A40 Mix Amp. So this is the second thing I have. These are Astro A40s. They're pretty expensive, about $250 for the mix amp and the headset itself, which I'm wearing right now. But I think it's very worth it. I used to use the 2013 edition. And I switched over to this edition. What's the difference? The 2013s are completely analog, and the 2015 Tournament Ready is digital. The problem with the analog is over time, once your desk fills up with so many electronics, there is interference. And the interference will come out in your recordings, your YouTube recordings, not so much in your Twitch streams. And that's what I was running into. I was running into a problem, and since then I switched over to here, and I'll show you guys what I do versus my 2015 setup when it comes to being more digital rather than analog. All right, so next thing you're looking at, obviously, besides having a PlayStation and some good sound, you have to have good visuals. This is an Asus 144Hz monitor, 1 millisecond response time, even does 3D, all that stuff. None of it really matters for PlayStation, right? However, the 1 millisecond does. You know, if you're going to game on a monitor, you should get yourself a gaming monitor. They're really snappy. They look amazing. I actually used this for over a year now. It was part of my 2015 setup and it hasn't changed. It's a really good monitor. Next to it, 24-inch as well, Dell monitor. I use it to keep track of notifications, anything like from Twitch alerts, straight to which way I record. This is the RE Essential 2 from the Avermedia, because I used RE Essential 1 with a Live Gamer HD. I since then switched. I'll show you guys why and what it looks like. But this is the recording. So it's nice to have a monitor here right next to your gaming monitor, just so you have a few things set up, like notifications and things like that. Let's swing on over to the other side. This is also a Dell monitor, but 23-inch. And then these are the same monitors I had last year. I kind of didn't go around changing them because why? They work, nothing to it. There's no need to have 3 gaming monitors. You only need 1. But as you can tell, the chat is really big, so I can keep track of everybody who's chatting, and even when there's hundreds of people in the stream, I can kind of communicate with everybody. And that's what my stream's always been about, communicating. So that kind of explains just how do I live stream from the PlayStation. So the second part of this video would be, how do I make my YouTube videos? So I started by saying I had an analog setup, but the problem with the analog setup was I was getting a lot of feedback. To mitigate that feedback, I switched over to digital. So the first thing you're gonna see here is the Blue Yeti Pro microphone. It is a little bit more expensive than the original, but it is much clearer, has a few different options, actually has XLR, but I don't use it. I just digital straight in. And I really like it. I couldn't be happier. There's only one thing I would mention that I did not know about it. It does not work with the PlayStation. It's not a simple plug and play with the PlayStation. as it's the little guy is. I don't know why, but it just isn't. And if anyone thinks you can XLR and digital out at the same time, you cannot. It's either you XLR or you use digital, and I stick to the digital part. And I have the whole shock mount, the blue pop filter, and a Rode microphone stand. All that I will put into links below. So that's my setup for just recording professional YouTube sound. The other thing you'll see is I have an extra camera here. The extra camera is the Logitech C920. If I'm streaming on OBS, I use this. If I'm recording something on YouTube special, maybe I'll use this as well. I think I didn't mention this. On PlayStation, when I stream, I also have my camera, and this is the PlayStation camera. Pretty simple, 60 bucks, works with the PlayStation fine, nothing to it, couple of options. It's all done through PlayStation. It's really neat. And moving on over, I'll show you guys the Avermedia Live Gamer Extreme. This is not the HD. Live Gamer HD is inside my PC. I'll show you where the PC is next. The Avermedia Live Gamer Extreme, I couldn't be more happy. I actually like Avermedia products. Trust me, they don't sponsor me or anything like that. I'm not just saying this, but I kind of like their products because they're easy to use. They set up and they just work, you know. I have had the Elgato HD60 and I've had too many problems and I just kind of shied away. Plus they have more options. You have an input auxiliary, you have a mic input, so if you want to use this analog inputs, you can set this up, and I don't know, I really haven't messed with it. I kind of just work it out digitally in their software. If you can tell, video, device audio, it can split, and then you can add the microphone in there straight into the recording. It's really neat and simple, and makes my life while editing easier. So that's the whole live stream setup with a couple of things on the recording. Obviously you probably I didn't mention, but there's a Wii U here, and that's for me and my girlfriend. If we play any games, since we love to game together, we play them here. And of course we cannot stream them just by pressing the share button like on this one. So we stream through OBS, and that's when I would use the extra mic and all that other stuff. But I don't stream here on the table because, as you can tell, if you pan out, it's a small table. It's not that big, pretty much for one person. To crowd two people around it gets a little difficult. So let me show you guys to the other side. And here we have like a television, and when I stream with my girlfriend or I stream with someone, I invite someone over to stream, put the camera up here, you know, I run the whole system maybe down on a table, but we stream on this TV because it's better, it's like more open, and I can bring a couch or something. Underneath it, you're gonna notice Hdmi Matrix, and I have to really thank you, Cash and Nim, and everybody who donated to the stream. I mean, you guys, without you, I wouldn't be able to afford such things. I mean, this thing was expensive. It was over $500, but it does what it does, and it does it extremely well. It takes 4 different HDMI inputs and outputs to any 4 at the same time, all that stuff. It's really, really good product. If you notice, if you pan out and see, like, I have Battlefield right now on that screen. I have Battlefield on my gaming monitor, and I have Battlefield on my recording. All that is capable because the Hdmi Matrix is splitting the image up and showing everywhere without any delay, anything else. Well worth it. If you get what you pay for, pretty much. I've learned that lesson the hard way, actually. Let me show you guys the PC. The PC is i7 4790K, which is extremely, extremely important for recording, live streaming. It's very CPU intensive, and rendering videos, YouTube videos, very CPU intensive processes. I was not aware. I first started out with an i5 when I built a computer to work on videos, but the thing is, I had to quickly go to that i7, and that's when the whole lesson hit. You know, if you don't buy the high quality, you're gonna have to buy it eventually. And it is a gaming PC, GTX 970 in there, solid state M.2 drive, tons of terabyte space, gigabit Ethernet, all that good stuff. You know, I'm not gonna go crazy into that. I'm not too much of a PC gamer, but I do dabble just for fun with a couple of friends. And the last thing I'm gonna show you guys is, I guess, some of this audio stuff. This is another important this is not a HDMI matrix, this is a audio matrix. Lets me take in all different audio inputs, whether it's my PlayStation 4, Wii U, or PS3, which is also hooked up here. And outputs at the same time to all sorts of audio outputs. It's a SPDIF Toslink, so it's all optical audio, and it outputs to my two Astros and even to the stereo system that's sitting right here. So I can bridge all the sounds however I want. I can bridge all the video however I want, and it just makes for a much easier live stream setup where I can switch between things if I would like to, without unplugging and replugging all sorts of cables and whatnot. All right, so that kind of does it. I mean, I'm not gonna go into like the whole mouse and keyboard and everything else. If you have any questions you want to ask, you can ask them away. I mean, maybe I didn't cover something in depth, but we'd be sitting here for an hour. However, I feel like it's a really neat setup, and I really want to thank you guys for supporting my stream. And without you, I mean, this wouldn't have been possible. It's all, if I look back, man, it's all added up to over $1,000 easy, maybe $2,000 between all the devices and everything else. But I'm excited to be streaming, I'm excited to be playing games with you, and I'm excited to be YouTubing again. I will be putting up videos soon, so you can look forward to that. And they're gonna be much better professionally sounded. It's not gonna be that weird background hum, and some of you guys noticed, and I notice all the time, trust me. So thanks for watching, thanks for supporting my stream, and I hope to see you guys in the chat, in Twitch, and maybe even on YouTube. Thanks for watching, you know, thumbs up, and keeping it classy. How did I start? Hey, it's Ekolimits, right?